Hi, my loves. Welcome back to my channel. My name is AudreyAtuka, and I am super excited to have you with me today. Okay, so I want to give you guys a breakdown of my recent fast, which I started yesterday because I was like, yes, we start fasting on Monday. So I actually want to give you guys a little bit of a breakdown of what's going on. Okay, so I'm laughing because I feel like it's just going to be like me literally confessing, okay? Let me confess. No, don't judge. Why would you judge? I haven't even started talking. Don't judge. Wait till you hear the story. Okay, so I started fasting at midnight yesterday. So midnight, 12 a.m. pretty much, right? And so I successfully made it to 37 hours. And I was like, I got in my feelings. Let me tell you why I got in my feelings. Today was my work day. And so I am busy working on a ton of courses that have to do with a lot of mental health issues and stuff like that. But I felt like I had a little moment today because something that really frustrates me is this. I feel like as human beings, we've just gotten to a point where we don't have compassion for one another, and that really bothered me today. And honestly, it really did affect me because I just feel like I'm that person. Like when someone says I'm going through something, I try to put myself in their position to not because I want to be in their position, but I try to relate so I can have empathy or compassion, not sympathy, because I don't want to keep them in that position. Because what happens when you have sympathy for someone is you keep them there. You almost anchor them to whatever they're going through when you have sympathy for them. Like energy wise, in the realms of the spirit, that's literally what happens is you're chaining that person to that circumstance or situation, versus when you actually are just showing compassion but realizing that this person is going to be okay. And it's just a nice thing to do. I just feel like, oh, maybe not the nice thing to do, but I feel like innately as spirit beings, we're meant to be compassionate and charity towards one another. And when I mean charity, I just mean love towards one another. And I don't feel like a lot of people are charitable. And so it's kind of weird. I think so it bummed me out. I just kind of got into this little mental space that was kind of a little bit weird. And then all of a sudden I'm like, I just want to eat. I'm like, I don't feel good anyways. And I was overwhelmed because this is another thing that I do is when I'm setting out to do stuff, I tend to overcomplicate or overanalyze and make it much bigger than it needs to be rather than simplifying it. So I make it super complex to the point where it just overwhelms me and frustrates me. And so I kind of got in that space. I've been out of that space for a little while now. I'd been just enthusiastic. I'm doing I'm grinding and really trying to figure out the stuff that I'm doing and really putting things into place. And then all of a sudden today I was like, babe, I'm so overwhelmed. And he's like, you're complicating it again, aren't you? I'm like, yes, I am. I'm an ugly crier. Is anybody else an ugly crier? Drop it in the comment section below. If you're an ugly crier, I'm an ugly crier. My cry is not cute at all. It's so bad. It's so bad. But okay, I always digress, you guys. You guys have to let me know. I'm just really trying to just be myself. Not trying, I'm just being myself. So, it is what it is. But things have been good. This morning, I weighed in at 155. 155. Yesterday, I weighed in at 157.4. It was 157.4 yesterday. Today, I weighed in 155.4. That's yesterday meant I was I've gained 10 pounds since the 25th of January, which is about a little over 2 weeks of fasting. And then today, 8 pounds. So it means I'm about 8 pounds heavier than I was when I did the fast. Now, this is what I want to do. I don't know if I should just stick to 24-hour fastings. So do every other day. I don't know if that's going to be a lot because what my mind does is if I'm not prepared to do a long fast, like usually if I'm going to do a long fast, I prepare myself to do that long fast. But if I'm not like telling myself that I'm going to do that long fast, what my mind does is it starts feeling deprived. And so when I start feeling deprived, it technically leads to binge eating. And like, I don't want to binge eat just because I'm feeling some type of way or whatever and feeling deprived. I don't want to deprive myself because I'm that person that believes in abundance. I believe that God created me to live in abundance. And sometimes that means food, not abundance of like when you're stuffed and you keep on going. That's abuse. But I mean like just not feeling deprived or feeling like I'm in lack. That I don't feel like that's not God's way. I'm a kingdom citizen. And so in the kingdom, I deserve not to feel that way. And so I don't like that feeling at all. Like I rebel against it. Everything in me just cringes and it's just like, we got to get out of here, you know? And so that's something I'm working on. I don't feel like I don't particularly feel fat. And I don't feel plumpy either. I do think that I'm a decent size, especially now that I don't have the huge, kahunas in the way. I do think that I'm relatively, don't mind my laundry. I gotta do laundry, you guys. Who am I kidding? I don't do laundry, you guys. I'm sorry. I just lied. I don't do laundry. I fold laundry, but I don't do laundry. Okay, that's a whole nother story for another time. Okay, that technically was in our marriage agreement, you guys. Well, we don't have a marriage contract or nothing. But when we were getting married, my mom sat my husband down and told him everything that was wrong with me. I was 19. And she said, this girl is lazy as... She don't do nothing. She doesn't know how to cook. She doesn't know how to do anything. She literally told him everything wrong with me. And then she said, do you still want to marry her? You guys, you guys can hear them in the background. My husband and my kids are making noise, but it wasn't bad for her to do that, you guys, because honestly, I already told him. I'm like, dude, we might have to eat out quite a bit. But you know what the funniest thing is? There was one day I was listening as my husband, for us, I'm married to a man that is like a praying man, y'all. Like, I'm not saying you should get yourself a praying man, but I'm just saying you should get yourself a man that is rooted and grounded in something bigger than himself so he can lead you. Yes, 50-50 and all that stuff or whatever, but there's just something sexy about a man who knows who he is and just is grounded. Oh, it's beautiful and sexy, you guys. And one morning when he woke up for his morning devotion and he was praying, I heard him and he was like praying to God and he was like, God, I just need you to help my wife. And I know that time I was going through a lot that I couldn't even get myself to express it to him a lot of the times. And he was really feeling for me. There's a lot of story sharing, you guys, but let me know in the comment section if you like storytelling. And he was just praying and I heard him and he was just praying to God to like help her and just let her know that she will be okay and she's going to be fine. Give her the strength and all these things. And he was just really going in on it and stuff like that. And a couple of times I caught him praying to God for God to help me be a better cook. And you know what the funniest thing is? Those prayers did work because man was tired of paying for like takeout food and he started praying. And all of a sudden I started getting good at like cooking and stuff. And now I am boss. Like I could throw down. When I tell you I throw down, I cook Nigerian dishes, which I never knew how to do before. I never had to. My mom always did it. So, but I know how to do them now. Like, I make mean. Like, my meals are, like, I put my foot in it. That's for sure. Okay, putting my foot in it is not a bad thing for those of you that are Caucasians. Anyways, yeah, I talk a lot sometimes, but it's okay. I feel like human connection is much needed. You get to know me. I want to get to know you. Why don't you follow me on social media pages so we can get to know each other? I've actually, there's a viewer, shout out to Kennedy. I believe it's Kennedy. Yeah, I believe it's Kennedy. You You bless me so much. Shout out to Ash. Oh my God. Ashley, you are amazing. I feel like you guys are all freaking fantastic. You guys are so incredibly amazing. If you don't take away anything from all this video that I said right now, is realize this. You are incredible. Like, don't ever let anybody else define for you what you should be, because God made all of us specifically the way that we are. Incredible already. Perfection is not something you attain. Perfection is something you already are. And people always say, well, I'm not perfect. Well, whose standard are you comparing yourself to? Don't compare yourself to anybody else. You are incredibly perfect right now, right here. That's what God says. I mean, that's what my Bible says. I don't know what your Bible says, but my Bible says that I am made in the image and the likeness of God. And if God is perfect, that means I'm perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do we choose to see it the other way around when God says you are spirit and you're perfect right here, right now? But we're constantly we give ourselves a negative picture in our minds that lets us, like, that's like, oh, I'm not worthy. Oh God, no, I shake that off. I'm worthy. God says you are worthy. He says that you are deserving of all good things, all good things, all good things, not some, all good things. Anyways, that's my little rant for today. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you guys in another video. Remember that you are the light. Shine your light very bright, because it's your light that frees other people to authentically be themselves. Let God use you. Be used. Definitely liberate other people. You guys, this week, smile at somebody, say a kind word. I don't know, just a kind gesture. Let's be kind. Let's be kind to one another. Definitely drop me a comment, because I love reading you guys' comment. I promise you, I read every single one and I respond to every single one, and it makes my heart happy, you guys. So share some Valentine's Day love with me. I definitely will have a post out before Valentine's Day for sure. I will try to fast tomorrow and maybe do like maybe a 24-hour one. Don't forget the link to the Facebook group will be in the description box below. So definitely go ahead and ask to be added to the group. You actually have to answer the 3 questions on there. And the only reason I'm asking you those 3 questions is so I'm able to actually send you materials that we're going to use in the group. I'm just waiting to like compile a bunch of people together and stuff. I think right now we have like one person or 2 people in the group or something. Once I have a lot of people in the group, or maybe like 10 people at least, once I have like 10 people, we'll start the process of actually like doing stuff together and really motivating and encouraging each other. That's what I love to do. I want everybody to internally feel fantastic. Like when I'm through with you guys, everybody's gonna be like super positive and super positive vibrations everywhere we go, positive energy everywhere, and it's gonna be amazing, because that's how we're supposed to live our lives. We're supposed to be living our best lives now, right here, right now, right here, right now. Anyways, subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed to my channel already. If you already subscribed, love you, and thank you for subscribing. Oh, I saw you. Thank you very much. I will talk to you guys in another video. Bye guys.